development process. What are you doing to affect that? What are you doing it today? Most of us do this all the time, right? We build these simplistic stubs or mocks, and they're great, right? I had somebody ask me this today. Well, we can mock out that service, that's great, but that's very fragile. It only is useful for that one person. It is only useful for the happy path testing, right? So happy path testing is wonderful because it always works. But what doesn't work in production? Failure scenarios that you didn't test, right? Because you didn't know you had to. So stubbing and mocking really doesn't help you there. In addition to that, do you have real data in your stubs or mocks? You have data from production? Or data that's cleansed from production? Desensitized? No, you don't, right? So that's the challenge. You're stubbing this stuff out, and you're not mocking out real-world scenarios. So you're not really testing the real deal. You also waste time. I always talk about the twiddle your thumbs, because that's what my dev team used to do in IT. We used to sit there and wait 3 months for a JBoss server. What else? Well, what can you do? And that's where service virtualization comes in. Service virtualization is what you need. It gives you everything you need when you need it, okay? And let me give you an example of how that works. So the first thing is, imagine we're developing this order management tool, okay? The order management tool is being enhanced, and there's these downstream systems. What do I have downstream, guys? I have a mainframe, because that's always available to my test team, right? Martin, is it always available to your test team?
Never.
No, it's never available, okay? So we have to assume that it'll work. What about a system of record or an ERP system? Because I'm sure my IT team is going to give me full access to the ERP system to do my testing. SaaS or maybe that third-party service. Yeah, I don't believe we're going to pay 75 cents per hit or per drink, we call it, right? We're not going to pay 75 cents per drink for 20,000 transactions per second. Thank you very much, but that's not happening. So what do? In service virtualization, we can do things like listen on the wire and mock out that real-world business activity, okay? And it's not just fake stubs or mocks or just what I learned, but I can actually stub out fake scenarios that didn't exactly happen. So not just happy path development, guys. We're not just going to make it work. We're going to actually test out things that don't work. We're going to put error conditions in there. We're going to test it out so that it's real. Okay? And I think that's the thing that service virtualization provides for many of us. We're actually providing an almost exact like production environment, but without impacting all that hardware costs and so on. Okay, so this is what we've done with service virtualization on demand. Now that I've explained to you this awesome tool, how can you get started on it? Well, we partnered with Microsoft, and Gio's been really great, helped me get this all started. We've decided we need a better way for our customers and their users to get access to our technology. We need an ease of deployment. They don't want to have to procure servers. They don't have to want to wait for that server to come in and rack and stack it and then install it and get access and all that fun stuff, right? That takes forever. We don't have time for that in application development. We don't want to, have to go through an install. Even though service virtualization, I have to admit, being the product manager, how long does it take to install? About 20 minutes. And one developer in your organization that needs it really quickly, he doesn't have time to go through procurement. Do you? I never have time to go to, I know my procurement team's back home, so I can talk about them right now, but I believe this is recorded. So what I did with service virtualization on demand, what Gio and I put together, is the ability for you to deploy service virtualization, the full tool, everything, okay? The entire tool, plus the application test components and the service virtualization components so that you can completely isolate your system and do your application testing in the cloud. Awesome, right? What else do we allow you to do that? On demand. All you have to do is click a button and it deploys. You're not setting anything up. You're not setting up parameters. You're not setting up licensing. You're not calling CA for support at this point because everything's already there. In addition to that, we have pay-as-you-go or pay-as-you-use pricing. So the pay-as-you-use pricing is per hour. It's awesome, $6.85 for the software, plus whatever you pay for the Azure hardware. It bundles together, and my friends from Microsoft will take that through a credit card transaction. You don't have to go through procurement. It's kind of awesome. By the way, I am the first customer of SV On Demand. Did you know that? I am the first customer, and CA is not going to let me expense it. But I am the first customer, and I actually used it for a demo because I didn't have hardware at CA to do my demo, and I needed a scaled environment. And it was very quick and easy. I did it within an hour. I had an environment up and running with all my demo environment ready. The other thing that we're offering that is really cool, and I think it's the first time at CA that we've been able to do this in the right way. If I say so myself, right? The right way. We're offering a 30-day trial. And what does that do for you? Well, it allows you to get the 30 days free that Microsoft Azure is offering, right? They have that as, I believe there's a certain number of services or a certain size system, but you can get that for 30 days for free. It's awesome. I've done it. That's how I did my environment, guys. I'm just telling you. The second thing you can do is you're going to get 30 days of our CA Service Virtualization On Demand solution. You can use it. You can try it out. You can train people on it. You can learn about it without having to impact anyone within your procurement team, all the way to your finance team, or all the way to your boss. Okay? At that point, you're really self-sufficient. So that is the benefit of CA Service Virtualization On Demand on the Azure Marketplace. And the cool part about it, like I said, is that it's out there on the Azure Marketplace. You don't have to wait to try it today. You can go to ca.com/SV On Demand, and we have a link right out to the Azure Marketplace. And just click right through, and you go right to that catalog. I want to share with you something else. And this is really important because it's not just SV On Demand that we're offering. Product manager of CA Service Virtualization about how my customers want to consume my software, okay? And the way that they want to consume it is easy. Please, Stefana, stop making me jump through hoops to get the software. Well, I have provided, as of CA World, as of yesterday, we launched this, 4 ways you can get our software. One of those is SV On Demand that we just talked about. But the others are, you can get an open source tool. Okay, that'll get you started. Maybe you don't want to even go through the Azure portal today. But I'll tell you, once you get hooked on the open source tool, you're going to want to go through that. Okay. The second option is SaaS. So we have a SaaS offering called SV for Developers. You can try it out with only signing up with a GitHub account. Okay? Try it out. Check it out. Do it right now. Do it on your phone, by the way. Do it on your phone. Yes, that's how easy it is. You can try out, and you can host a virtual service for your whole team to use if you need to. Okay? And then third is the SV On Demand. And like I said, you're getting a fully robust solution here. You're not just getting 1 or 2 protocols. You're getting all the way from REST protocol to mainframe IMS Connect protocols, guys. It's everything you need in a service virtualization tool. And last but not least, we have the ability for you to go hybrid, right? Well, many of our customers, when they go into an enterprise license agreement with us, they're looking for, hey, Stefana, I'm not going to put this on-prem. I don't have the time for that. How do I put this on Azure? You can do that too. You don't have to use the pay-per-use pricing here. You can use an enterprise license and deploy on Azure. I have at least 30 customers doing it today, and they're expanding rapidly. And they use this in their self-service development environments. The key is, on our community, we published an Azure specification for how to do this. What's the architecture you need on Azure? How do I architect the product? How do I put CA Service Virtualization out there? All of that is available to you as a best practice. Like I said, the point is, we're giving you the software the way you want to consume it. Okay? And SV On Demand is one of the ways you can start, and I want to make sure that you understand you don't have to start at the beginning and end at the end. You can start anywhere in this journey. Okay? Well, that's all, guys. I have time for Q&A. If you're going to ask a question, I really would appreciate it if you came up to the microphone here so everyone can hear you. If you have no questions, we can all go to the booth and take a look at the demo. That would be kind of cool, right? So I actually didn't mention this, but as you're all thinking of your awesome questions to ask John Laporte, As you're all thinking of those awesome questions to ask, we have a demo booth that's demonstrating SV on demand on the Azure platform. So you can actually take a look at how that looks, how the sign-up process works, and so on. And they've got even some help for you if you have questions on what size system you need, or how do you set up a networking environment and things like that. They also have Gio here, who's willing and able to answer questions. So Gio, why don't you just come back up here? We're trying to share the stage. We're both big Italian personalities here.
Any Azure question, please feel free. I don't promise to have the answer, but feel free to ask.
Oh, shush, he knows everything.
Right.
So, guys, if you have no questions now, and I'm so surprised John McCourt doesn't have a question, but that's okay. We have some recommended sessions for you. Today, right after this, we have Freeing the World from Slow. My colleague, I believe my colleague Scott is coming up here, Scott Edwards, and he's going to show you how you can free the world from slow with Service Virtualization. So we can go more in depth into the tool if you haven't seen it before. The DevOps for a 10-year-old code base is in here as well, and that's a really cool idea. You should take a look. One of our customers presenting that. Don't worry, they'll tell you how to deal with DevOps with 10-year-old code bases. And last but not least, we've got a Syntel's approach to automated testing. So again, using the same tools and different environments. And last but not least, don't forget to go over to Theater 3 demo booths over there and check out SV On Demand. ca.com/SV On Demand. I want everyone there today, please. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, have a great day, guys. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Stefana.